Hey guys, Don Bruno. What's going on? Alright, so this video we're going to talk about wholesaling. Why wholesaling? Why not wholesaling? What are the cons? What are the pros? Alright? What are the pros doing? We want to know what the pros are doing. So, alright, me and Hunter have been looking at this a long time. We've dabbled in different fields in real estate. Why did we get into real estate in the first place? We started as a social media marketing agency, and we were specifically targeting real estate agents. And if you've done social media marketing, if you're in the marketing field, if you're in the real estate field, you're probably going to agree with me that they're not the easiest, they're not the easiest clients to handle. You got a lot of factors there. Real estate is long sales cycle, all right? Client that you start prospecting today may not buy that house, may not sell that house for months and months to come. You might get a person in your funnel in the beginning, and that house might not get sold till the end of next year. It's just the way the market is. It's houses. You're dealing with people's livelihoods here. It's probably one of the most important decisions that they're going to make as a homeowner or a new coming homeowner. And as a marketer, you got different areas you could look for. Millennials trying to get their first home and stuff. So you're dealing with a lot of emotions. You're dealing with a lot of hardcore decisions. It's not the easiest decision to make, and that affects them when you're coming off of when you're dealing with like agents. A lot of agents don't want to spend that retainer, that $1,500 a month retainer that makes social media marketing so appealing. They're like us. They're working off a commission. Well, they're not like us because we're not doing. But yeah, they're working off of a commission. They don't want to shell out that money unless they're being guaranteed leads. And then you got to worry about if they're selling, if their capability of selling is going to be a factor. So you can bring them all the leads you want, but if they're not closing those deals, it's very easy for them to turn it right back on you. Oh, the leads aren't qualified. So these are things that you want to take into consideration when you're dealing with agents, and that was one of the main turning points in our business that we had decided needed to change, because when we first started getting the system of getting the leads in, we decided we can stick with agents or we can go towards investors. And one of the main reasons that I even started dealing with real estate, even started dealing with the agents, was because I was learning about investing. I was looking into it. It was definitely something in my head that I knew I wanted to get into. I knew that it was one of the fastest ways to wealth, financial freedom, all that good stuff. So that was a decision. That was enough to make my decision to just stick with that. As we had gotten into it, we learned a little bit more. We came across some agents who were investors, JV'd, and then started doing deals, started doing short sales, started doing wholesaling. And as we were looking for deals, it was kind of all coming into a head. It was all kind of happening at the same time. We were going from really nothing to deals popping up everywhere, and then getting these leads, getting these systems changed everything, because we went from just marketing the agent, just marketing the investor, to becoming the investor ourselves. And then we realized we were getting so many leads, we had decided, first we either needed to get employees, or we figured, if that's too much, we can just get a team, we could just get a community, and the community, we could just bounce off the leads. And it's not like, I didn't want to hire employees for one main reason, because I don't believe in 9 to 5. I don't believe in working for another person, for building somebody else's world. So if I get an employee, why am I going to train a person to do what I don't want to do, what I'm not, what I don't represent? I'm trying to help people bring prosperity. We're trying to find those, trying to find what they want in life. Find that happiness, find that wealth, all that that creative energy. It's the best way to put it. And that's what I want to represent. So I was not in a position where I wanted to even be seen like that. I did not want to be a boss. I'd rather be a partner. And that's why we had created this course. That's why we had created, the whole opportunity that you see. So, wholesaling. That went off, right? I just went off on something completely different. Let's talk about wholesaling. Why it's something we want to do, or if it's something we want to do, or if it's not. Basically, alright, so with wholesaling, the only way this works is if you have a motivated seller. And there are plenty of reasons why people are going to want to sell you their home at a dramatically discounted price because they need cash now. Alright? That's the only way this works. We're looking for opportunity. It's as simple as that. Opportunity. Where are these? Where can you find these motivated sellers? What do they look like? What do they smell like? What do they sound like? How can you identify this on the phone for somebody you never met before? All right, there's a lot of reasons why people are going to need to sell now. Life happens. So as the investor, as that clever, creative investor, you're looking for a few things. Big one, say people lose their job. All right, people lose their job or they get a job. Might be as simple as they're moving. They got a new job somewhere. They got to transfer. They're getting out. They have this home. They got to move to Ohio for this new job interview. So it's either losing a job or getting a job. Might be a death. Might be a death in the family. It could be a death. It could be a divorce. Usually, any type of serious life change. People get very upset. You lose a loved one. It's sad, but people don't want to stay in the house. Like, if they lose their wife or they lose their child, or they get a divorce or something, they don't want to be stuck with the memories. It's just, it's too much pain for them. And a lot of people might say that investors get a bad rap. All right? Like they pry on people's weaknesses or they pry on people's misery. We're profiting off. It's not, for the most part, you're usually helping people. All right? People might be going into foreclosure. These are the big ones. There are so many foreclosures out there. How can you get foreclosures? You want to check out Liz Pendon's list. Liz Pendon's list. You can go on different sites. You can subscribe and get foreclosures sent in. So a lot of the times you're gonna have to buy these lists. Liz Pendon's you're gonna have to pay for. So that's an investment that you might want to take right there. It does work out. You're not always with things like that. It's a numbers game. Real estate in general is a numbers game. With lease to own, numbers game. So the more you call, the more you go through, the more chances. So it's really just narrowing it down, and you're looking for the big fish. But if you're looking at this right here, you're looking at the negatives. Don't let people think, or don't have preconceived notions that what you're doing is evil, what you're doing is bad, that you're taking advantage. You're helping these people. You're giving them what they want. If a person is in foreclosure, let's just look at it like this. A person is in foreclosure. They're about to lose their home, right? They're getting letters. They're nervous. They're upset. They're scared, right? Now, this is a tricky situation because you're going to be one of thousands of people calling. They're going to be getting 3, 4, 5, 10 calls a day by people that may be like you, they may not be like you. All right, there are scam artists out there. There's a lot of sleazy people out there, and there are people that are going to profit off people's misery. If you can be one of those people that educate them, that help them, you might be one of the reasons why. I spoke to a lady just 2 days. Was it 2 days? 2 days ago, something like that. Like yesterday or the day before. And she had told me you know, she was going into foreclosure. She's not on the deed. She's no, she's not on the mortgage. She's on the deed, and basically she's been getting calls. She had a guy was saying give her $3,000. She would remodify. She would remodify, get them to keep the house, and she was like so thrilled about this. A lawyer told her it was a scam, and you know, what I do, I had to educate her. I had to let her know these are people that are gonna pry on you. There's no reason why you should just be giving a random person $3,000 for something that they might do in the future to save your house, especially if it's at a point where it can't be saved. We'll go there, right? I have a guy that I do JVs, that I do short sales with. I JV with them. We do short sales. We'll educate these people, all right? We'll give them all their options and tell them straight out the gate, yes, we're going to profit from this if you do a short sale with us. We're going to buy the house at a dramatic discount, all right? And we're going to make our money. That's how we make our living. But doing this, we've accumulated a lot of knowledge in short sales. We're able to help a lot of different people. We're not coming here and, you know, trying to get you to do a short sale with us. No, we're going to the house, showing them all their options, telling them straight off the bat, short sale is not your best interest. There's this, and that. All right? There's a lot of ways. So we're not going there we're hoping that they want to do the short sale because they're going to lose the house anyway. All right? And then there's other ways that you can make money too as an investor rather than just the short sale. And we let them know every time. So you do not be ethical. All right? So it's just, there's so much money out there. There's so many different opportunities for you to really change your life, to make, and also change somebody else's life in the process. So you do not have to, you know, the people that are out there scamming, the people that are out there prying on people, they're the reason why we have a bad name, and they're the reason why they're going to be stuck in that same level. They will never expand. They will never get any bigger because you get karma and different things. There's a lot of aspects, but for the overall view, if you're doing right by people and you're making your business something that you could be proud of, something that's scalable. In the long run, in the long game, if you listen to people like Gary Vee, branding, becoming something more powerful, something greater than yourself, there is so much more opportunity in that. But the reason I'm saying this is because I don't want you to get stuck on the negatives. Don't get stuck on the negatives.